my hope and prayer is that after you listen to my show, at the brief background about me, you'll be able to be inspired.
Mhm.
And if there's anybody out there that's going through certain challenges
Mhm.
and they just feel like maybe giving up because of what they're going through,
Mm.
I would love to be an example of a person that doesn't believe in giving up.
Exactly.
No matter the challenges, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you face today,
Mm.
I'm a person that so much believe that there's always that inner strength that a person has.
Yes.
You might have all these negative vibes around you
Mhm.
that seem to be so visible,
Mhm.
but always listen to that inner strength in you and
Definitely.
try by all means to bring it out.
Exactly.
Because definitely, I can assure you, that would always carry you forward.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Welcome everybody for this first discussion with Christine Chama. And we're going to run a series of discussions based on her own journey and future aspirations and dreams. So this is going to be called The Dream a Step at a Time. And we hope that through these discussions, Ms. Chama will be able to realize her possibilities and potentials as she is developing. She's now, for sure, as explained, uh, in many social media networks that she has fulfilled already. One of her dreams is to graduate. She's going to explain to us so many things that we're going to get to know her and also hear her future stories that we can be able actually to see if we can influence it and make her dream and the dream of anybody else in her situation come true. So welcome, Christine, and we're very happy to have you here in Inspire. I am very delighted that you accepted our invitation today.
Good to see you too. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes,
It's really a pleasure.
yes, I'm very happy that we can have this discussion because your story is truly inspirational, and we are also all the time trying to figure out how to promote inspiring people and get their inspirations go forward through the public media, of course, and as well as to get the people here and support you more. And even, for example, get to talk to you even more in the future as well. So, how is Zambia?
Well, Zambia is fine, though that we are just getting into the cold season. So
Mm-hmm.
it's now cold. Yeah.
Yeah, cold season. Okay, fantastic. I can
Yeah.
understand. It's a time of the year slowly.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. But congratulations for your graduation. I saw your post, and that's the reason why we are meeting here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, that one of the dream has come true, and the future is holding for more.
Definitely.
Yes. And I've seen your interview as well with Women in Technology, I think.
Yes.
And it was a very inspiring interview. So I know something already about you.
Yeah, I can get that. I can see that.
Yes. So that made my job a little bit much easier in a sense that then we can go forward with the details. But maybe in our channel as well, it would be nice if you could tell who you are in terms of life, so say, and of course your perspective in life and so forth, just as you feel as a person.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I'm Christine Chama, Zambian by nationality. And of course, I'm based in Zambia, my home country. In the central part of the country, in a town called Kabwe. Yes, that's where I'm based. I'm from a family of four, and I happen to be the second born and the only girl child in my family. Yeah. I'm still staying with my parents, both my parent mom and dad, here in Kabwe. And yeah, I'm a young woman, of course, who has a physical disability. Yes, which I've had since birth. Yeah. So I think
That's right.
basically that's about me.
Yes, but you forgot something. You are also the first female president in your university. You also, that's what I know from the previous interview. You're also the president of the development studies in your former university. And I think you were also a nominee of some award in 2020. So,
Well, yeah, yeah. So I was the first female president
mhm,
of my program association in the
that's right.
university. Yeah, which was the Development Studies Association. Of some yeah. Oh, on that data. So yeah, like you said it right. I
Mm-hmm.
was the first female president, and I was the first student living with a disability to hold the positions. Yeah,
I see.
basically.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I think that was 2019 when I was nominated for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, 2020 when I was nominated, I was one of the nominees
Mm-hmm.
for the Mapepia Award,
I see. Yes.
the leadership category. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Great. So that is all defining for you. So never forget those. They're very important.
I
Yes. Um, and of course, you have a lot of dreams in the future of your life, and you are already is it an advocate or activist. What is it that you've been doing in the unit for the people with disabilities?
Okay, so while I was in the uni, I think that's when I realized more
Yes,
uh, on how best I can help in terms of disability advocacy.
that's
And
right.
so I think it was in the uni that's when I sort of I think it by then it was a self-titled. I started calling
Mm-hmm.
myself a disability advocate,
Mm-hmm.
and I decided to concentrate on the disability advocacy works because I noticed the gap that was there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the University of Zambia is a very big institution,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, yeah, there are a lot of people. Yes, there are students with disabilities there, but there's so much in terms of challenges that they face.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was time that someone would just give a voice out there and just how see how based we can help to. I think that's find a solution to some of these challenges. Yeah,
That's right.
I just give the word out there to say persons with disabilities, especially persons with disabilities at the University of Zambia,
Mm-hmm.
they have to be noticed in one way or the other.
That's
So
right.
yeah, so that's why my disability advocacy basically started from. So I'm still young in my advocacy work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I
Fantastic.
just want to grow it more. Yeah.
Yes. And I heard as well from the other interview that your dream is to help others, and you would like to even help people more, since your journey has been with a lot of help from other
Yeah.
people. Can you tell us a little bit more about that. How did you receive the help, and how the help made you have an easier path as a person with disability towards until where you are today?
Yeah, so of course, my first helpers or my first support system
Mhm.
has always been my family.
That's right.
And yeah, the first help I got, or the help I've always had, it
Mhm.
has been from my family.
The family.
Uh,
That's right.
yes. My parents have been my strongest support system.
That's
And
right.
I always say it's because of them that I am who I am right now.
Today. Yes.
Because I think you'll agree with me to say uh, a person with disability,
Mm.
what determines mostly how they will be able to relate to society
Yes. Yes.
is
Yes.
how they relate with their immediate family.
Mm.
Because those are the people you're mostly found with,
That's right.
your
That's
family.
right.
So the way they treat you, the way they behave towards you,
Mm.
that's how you also carry yourself out there.
Mhm.
So my first and strongest support system has been my family.
The family.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Yeah,
And of
but then
course.
later on, of course, as I had now to interact with society,
Mhm.
of course, based on my background, where I come from, I've also gotten a lot of help from different people
Mhm.
along the way with my life.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got a lot of help from different individuals,
Mhm.
people that I didn't even know, but maybe I've just heard of my story somewhere, and they've
Mhm.
always got in touch with me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
so definitely I've received a lot of help from different people that have really helped me to face some of the challenges
Mhm.
that uh, that have been facing along the way as a
Mm.
person with this disability.
That's
So
right.
definitely, I feel if I received that so much support and help from people out there, then I think it's just right in
Mm.
my own little way that I also try to offer the same help I did receive.
Definitely. That's the best way to react to the society. And also, it helps you stay positive and also get your energy, more fuel into your energy towards fulfilling your goals. What makes you so persistent? I heard also that there were not so much facilities for people with disabilities at the university, but you have made a degree. That's not a 1 week program. It's a several years program to get a degree, and you have a diploma as well for social work before that. So, what type of persistence, or how do you build your persistence in you every day when you wake up in the morning?
Okay, so I think my persistence started from the fact that one day I had to take a pause.
That's right.
I know there are people that maybe have got talents
Mm-hmm.
and those talents are able to sustain them. But then
That's right.
I thought of myself, say, okay, what what am I good at
Mm,
that can one day help me to
mm,
sustain myself?
that's
So
right.
I was like, wow, am I good at singing? I said, no.
Mhm.
Am I good at dancing? I said, no. Am I an artist? I said, no. So
Mhm.
like, wow. I think for me, my strong one or my strong power lies in getting an education. And,
Education.
and I have been brought up in that way because from the time I was young,
Mm,
my parents would always insist on me getting educated.
education. Yes.
Yeah, they would always tell me, with your condition, as a person, we are not saying you are different, you are not able to take care of yourself or take care of the family, but the only way you'll be able to do that, the
Mm,
only way you'll be able to realize your dreams
mm,
is once you get an education.
and education.
And I'm here
Certainly.
to testify that I think that's true
Mm,
because really that has worked well for me. So
that's right.
my persistence started from there. So
Mm-hmm.
I was facing all these different challenges in terms of infrastructure at the higher learning institutions where I went to.
Yeah.
I always had this in me to say, I have to get this education because that's the only way that I'll be able to sustain myself.
That's
And
right.
it's the only way that I can have a voice of my own. So I think
Exactly.
I'm a person that always believes I have something strong in me
Mm,
that can definitely, I believe, can help one day be useful to help change the world. So I
exactly.
think that's why my persistence has always relied on.
Yes. So I really hope that we're going to keep the same persistence into this series of discussions that we're going to have. And maybe our title is very good, like the dream a step at a time. So every time you arrive at the uni, you said, I need this education. So you were able to go upstairs, you were able to come downstairs, you were able to go home, and tomorrow come back happily. Still do
Sure.
the advocacy and the other works that you did at the university. That is really, really something which is very fantastic. Not only for the person with disability, because I think many times we look at people, oh yeah, this is a person with disability, but also even a person without disability. Going to the university itself and say that I need to get this education can be a difficult task. And that type of motivation is very rare. So I think I commend you for that. And I believe that there will be a great future, of course, for the people who have the visions and the courage to do something.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And how about the society around you? Tell me a little bit more, because I think now that you graduated, you have proven something or some people wrong.
Yeah.
I think I should know that. I'm partly a social worker as well, but I didn't practice as such, but I have education into that and I've done a bit of that. But I can understand that there might have been people who said that, no, she cannot do that.
Well,
And today you did it. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. There are always such people. Even if you achieve something, I believe there are always others that don't see what you have achieved as an achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely I've had such people in my life as well. I've interacted with people like that before. So it's not like my road has just been so rosy and smooth. No.
Yes.
I've received more people. They would put in sort of a sympathy, but then they're just there to discourage you in one way or the other.
That's right.
Yeah, so definitely I've met such people before, have had interactions before, and I must say at times, what they say to me would really get to me, and sort of just feel like giving up at some point. I think.
But
I've
you did
felt
it.
that. Yeah, I've felt that so many times. I can't lie. Like that, maybe I'm saying, okay, well, I just have to accept that I can't manage certain things. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think what really helped me is because I'm also a person that really don't let um negative vibes really get to me.
Yes.
Yes, I might be. I might get down for a few hours, but I think I've just have to tell myself to say, as long as I know that what I'm doing is good for me, it's the best for me. I just
Then you
have
do
to
it.
soldier on, yeah, and
Yes.
just on, yeah. But negative vibes are always there.
They're
Even up
always
to
there.
now, there's still some people still don't believe in me. Yeah, there are people who just think maybe I'm where I am now because people are doing favors for me.
Yes.
They just don't believe in my abilities.
Exactly.
Yeah, as long as I know deep down in my heart to say, whatever I've achieved so far, I've worked for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not somebody did me a favor. Actually, I did myself a very big favor by
Exactly.
working hard at
Working
getting what, at getting at achieving what I've achieved so far.
That's
So
right.
I'm just myself not to let the negative vibes get to me.
Exactly. Yeah, because many times you might get help, but if you don't work hard, then there is no point of that help. And of course, as you said, that first you see that this is, I want to do it. This is what I want to get in order to fulfill my dreams. Then you do it. Whether you have so much or less support, you get energy from just that element of feeling that it is my responsibility. It is something for me. And this is what I think everybody has to know. It's not an easy, of course, trait, but of course, that's the reality. The more it is important for you, no matter how much of benefit it brings, but you find it important, then you will easily have the courage to at least push forward the wheel. And I believe this is what you have done quite often. Yes. And I think you are changing perceptions right now, if I would say so, because I noticed that when you uploaded your social medias, so many people reacted positively. And that is a very good thing, because then people see that it is possible. And I am very sure not all those people who reacted positively are not necessarily people with disabilities. There are people who are not having any disabilities, but they really felt like it is the right time for people to work hard, whether you have disability or not. But as long as you work hard, you can fulfill your dream. And that was really a really great. Uh, just a little side question onto that. How do you figure out, or how do you find the advocacy work? Is it easier to do it, or are there some challenges? Usually, there should be, of course, throughout it. And what would those be?
Well, definitely the advocacy work is not easy. I must admit that.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, and the fact that I'm just developing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still young in the advocacy work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that easy road that I've been backed on.
That's right.
I think the first challenge that I've noticed, or the biggest challenge, is that I think in our country now, Zambia, we have a lot of people that are into advocacy work.
Mm-hmm.
But then, unfortunately, most of them, their advocacy work, maybe what they stand in or their ideology, are not something that has been beneficial to people they tend to represent.
Mm.
And so I think that's that's been one of the biggest challenges, because so as a result of that, people tend to believe that maybe people that involve themselves in advocacy work
Mm-hmm.
are just there maybe for their own personal benefit.
Benefits. That's right.
Yeah, one people maybe just get funds.
Mm-hmm.
They get funding from different people, but they don't intend to use the funds for the intended purpose per se.
Mm-hmm. So for the actual development of
For the actual development of the people they are representing. So
yeah.
I feel that's the major challenge that's there
Mm-hmm.
in the advocacy work at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, so now it's like also trying to change that perception that
Mm-hmm.
has been created.
Yeah.
To say there are certain advocates that are there and trying by all means to achieve the intended purpose.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so for now I can say that's the major challenge that's
Mm-hmm.
being faced in the advocacy work.
That's right. So it becomes more administrative than it should be in the actual field. That's a very common challenge also into that side of the work. What would you, how would your advocacy office look like? If you have one today.
Hello, just so I couldn't get you. I couldn't get the last one.
Yeah. So, how would your advocacy office, if you have to have your advocacy, personal advocacy practice today, how would that look like?
Wow. Wow, that's a great question. I think first things first.
Yes.
I'll try by all means to, of course, change the perception
Change the perception.
that's there.
Mm.
So, and for me to do that, I have to show people to say, I'm able to do something different.
That's right.
Yeah, and I believe that can be done even before you start, let's say, coming up with big projects or big programs that would need finances. But just as an individual, with my skills, I think with my time as a major resource, yeah, I'd just be able to embark on certain activities and certain projects.
That's
as
right.
an individual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I believe once people realize what you're doing as an individual, then they'll be able to notice to say, okay, this person or the works of this person are quite different from what they have been witnessing of late.
Definitely. So yes, first building the confidence and the perception, and then continue with the actual big projects necessarily. But of course, changing the perception itself is already a very powerful thing.
Definitely.
Yes,
because I'm a person that believes in, if you want to do something, if you want to start a project or a program, the first thing you have to focus on is the mindset of your target group. Because if you want to come up with a project that you'll be able to pump in a lot of money, if you haven't changed the mindset of the target group, then I can assure you your intended purpose will not be fulfilled. So it all starts with the mindset. And I don't think when dealing with people's mindset, you would need a lot of resources. No. Just having chats with people, just sharing your opinion on certain issues, that would definitely help in changing people's mindset. And
that's right.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. And yes, I once had a chat with one lady, and I think she was from Ireland, and she told me that leading by example is a very powerful thing. And the idea is that people have to see an example to believe. We are human beings. This is how we are created to be. So I would say that what you're saying is so correct, that just having a chat with somebody and say, you know what, look at me, it's possible. Look at this other person, it's possible. So you can do. That one already can change quite a lot of personal sort of determination or personal perception of life of anybody, be it a person with a disability or then any other person, the person who uses drugs or the person who is inactive in terms of personal development and these type of things. So money is not always the solution around the world, but the perception is what people could benefit from, and that's a very good starting point. I really hope that there will be someday Christine Chama's center or something like that people will start to really people of Zambia who are in the disability category could utilize it for motivation and so forth. And of course, I think by then you can also have your speeches and these type of things that could solve a lot of possibilities. But I'm sure these are the things that we're going to discuss as we go on and see how the community will respond. And we really hope that the community will respond. And now that I have seen women in technology speaking with you, so I really hope that they will also respond to these type of dreams, because it's a small public relation that could solve quite a lot, and that is very important. How would you like to see the Zambia of the future in terms of the people with disability?
What I would want to see that the future for persons with disabilities is a country that will have communities or societies, firstly, that will have a different perception of persons with disabilities.
That's right.
And a country that will be more accommodative and be there to let persons with disabilities realize their abilities. A country that will focus more on promoting the realization of disabilities and not just focusing on the disability of persons. Yeah. So I think that's the country I would want to see someday.
Yes.
A country that I would want to be part of someday.
That's right. Yes, and I think what you've said is not only a Zambian thing, that could be the worldwide thing. We need to see the world that realizes it, because I think there are many types of disabilities, and of course, always people with disabilities have been looked at as people with disabilities. It's only in recent years when we start to see these people are seen as able people to do this and that. Yes. In the Nordic countries, for example, I am actually living in one of the Nordic countries, and in here they have really realized the abilities of the people with the disabilities, and also they have found a way to create possibilities for people with disabilities based on their type of disabilities and so forth. So you can find them everywhere. So I really hope this could be a good example as well, because the future is more for accommodating than separation. And I see Africa is moving forward really fast, and I have no doubt that with hard work we can manage to reach these goals that you have just said, also in our own countries. But people like yourself and others are needed, because if there is no person to make a voice, then there will be no agenda.
Definitely.
Yes, but I'm sure we're going to talk more then next time when we speak about your dreams, even in details, and then we can also kind of pave the road towards many different possibilities, and maybe ask people to give their ideas, because that's very important as well.
Definitely.
There are many people living in Zambia or Zambian diasporas, or people from around the world who might have some good ideas, like what could be a great way to fulfill your dream as such, and then based on those, we can build up more discussions until when I really hope that I can influence somehow for your dream to take off, because it's something that we need in all of the African continent. We need people who can really show examples and share with their own examples, and also people who already have the possibility to influence others. So I really hope that there can be some takeoff happening. And of course, in addition to that, your parents have been there all the time. Maybe I hope your parents can also rest assured and enjoy. But then the government of Zambia or the government of South African Union would jump in to see the concepts of supporting the disabilities in African continent. Why not? Because we need this anyway. We all in our continent. I mean, it's necessary to consider. So it's not something for only one continent. But now that you're from Zambia, I think charity always starts from home.
Definitely.
But it never ends there. Yes.
No, it's definitely.
Definitely. So I really hope. Is there anything else that you wanted to tell to the people who are going to watch this video in terms of your story, your achievements, and persistence until today, before we end this interview?
I think the people that are going to watch this, I think my hope and prayer is that after you listen to my show, I think brief background about me, you'll be able to be inspired. And if there's anybody out there that's going through certain challenges and they just feel like maybe giving up because of what they're going through, I would love to be an example of a person that doesn't believe in giving up. No matter the challenges, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you face today, I'm a person that so much believe that there's always that inner strength that a person has.
Yes.
You might have all these negative vibes around you that seem to be so visible, but always listen to that inner strength in you and try by all means to bring it out. Because definitely, I can assure you, that would always carry you forward.
Definitely. Thanks a lot. Powerful message. And I believe that this will be inspirational to so many people who are going to watch this discussion. Of course, I hope they will continue to follow your story as it continues, and also comment and give more ideas on things that you could accomplish, because many people could see different types of possibilities that can fill into you, and then you are able to kind of say, oh yeah, this really is a good tip, this type of things. And of course, maybe someday we can.
I think I'm so open to different ideas from people that are going to watch this. I think all the ideas are so much welcome.
That's right.
Like I said from the beginning, I'm just starting my advocacy work. I'm still young and I'm looking forward to learn more. I think for now, my advocacy work has been so much on my personal experience. But I believe there's more to it. And the only way I can be able to get that more part of it, of the advocacy work, is through interaction with different people. Just to get different ideas. So definitely different ideas. I'm so much open to different ideas. People are so much. You can share with me what you feel I can do, and I'm so much looking forward to learn more from different people. Yeah,
that's great. Thanks a lot, Christine. And
I would say thank you so much for having me. It's really a pleasure. It's an honor.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's really an honor to have me on your show. And I'm so much looking forward to more interactions. I just hope this is not the first interaction we're having.
Yes.
So I believe I'm so much looking forward. Yeah.
Definitely. I believe we're going to have weekly discussions, or every other week. It should be fantastic. I think every other week would be great. but we can be informing people then when we have a discussion out based on the topics that, of course, people have commented. And of course, if need be, it can even be every day. It depends on how urgent we have to do it. And I have to say that I'm very grateful because, again, you are my first African person into my channel to be interviewed.
Wow.
So,
this is so humbling. Wow.
Yes.
I'm really honored.
Yes.
I
So
think this just gives me something to look forward to. And I think this just gives me more strength to say I'm on the right path with what I'm doing.
You are on the right path. And I think I feel so grateful to have a person from the motherland in here. I have tried a lot and you were able to take it. And I think many times the people who are responsive very fast into their development. So continue with this one. So you made another history. And I very much look forward for more discussions as we go on.
All right. Thank you.
And many regards to your parents. Tell them that they have done a great work.
Definitely, I'll pass the regards to them. Thank you so much for everything.
Thanks a lot.